Hi Helen, just made a couple of changes to the planner. Hopefully it will give you a little bit better view of the software. I've changed only a few things really. I've changed the way that it looks, so we've still got projects down the left, but we've now got less showing on the actual event bars themselves. So we've now just got the person's name and a car and which company they relate to, and then it's very easy just to flick down to see what's going on with that, see per event. If you highlight a particular event and select it just by doing filter the selection, that will just pick out that just one event. And then the workload down at the bottom will then show you the staff numbers that are allocated to that by day. If you're happy with the way that you have things allocated, one thing you can do is to allocate them across to the next week. So just show there's nothing else in the next week. If you highlight all of the events, do right mouse click and repeat horizontally for the next 5 days, it'll carry on just for the working days, and that will then allocate those across to the next week. So at the end of every week, as you're planning forward, you can just allocate them forward, and we could do a count that would give you a report to say how many days you've actually allocated per project, and then that will show you that on an ongoing basis, so you can count down time actually allocated against a project. Okay, so that will refresh on here. There you go. So that's now filled up an entire week, and that took a couple of seconds to do. I've then got a staff view, which then again has staff down the left hand side. In this case, they're sorted by role, but it would be just as easy to sort them by name, and it's just, or put them back again. So it's entirely up to you how you decide to sort them. And then we'll show the staff that are allocated. In this case, it's gone forward the next week, so it's only showing the staff that are allocated to Jedburgh School. Come back a week, and then it'll show staff allocated to all of the particular projects that you've got running. One of the useful things down there, that's showing holiday leave allowance. So it's taking account of leave that you've got based against the annual leave allowance, taking the holidays that you've scheduled on here and showing you what's left to allocate for holidays. And then the final tab on here is a staff events list. This is showing by date and by project reference and project, and then who's allocated to it, whether they've got a van and what role they're doing. And again, that nearly fits on one screen. And then finally, just very quickly, I've got a view with multiple tabs on it, which is essentially showing you several different things. And it's showing you whether staff are busy down the bottom for a particular day. So you've got people who are free. So David Turner's free Monday through to Friday. You decide which project you wanted to allocate him on, and depending on what you see on the top, and then you just create an event down the bottom down here, drag him onto the calendar, put him onto this particular project, or put him onto Jedburgh because we've got that one already. Put him onto Jedburgh, right mouse click. I'm just going to allocate this particular thing on here. We're going to put him as cross allocated and say no, just because I hadn't automatically set that. We could set that to automatically done, and then do the right mouse click, repeat again horizontally, and then repeat that 4 days this time, just so that it fills this week up. And then that will then fill up the 4 days for that person, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and make sure that you've got no white space down the bottom. So essentially you're just looking for white space down the bottom, and then that will fill up your projects up on the top level. You've got the option up at the top to actually click on that. So actually put these down into date order, so you could have multiple days on there. I could filter and show all of my days, and show the different days down the bottom here. So that would be the 6th that I was doing there, or I could close the 6th and have a look at the 7th on the same sort of basis. Okay, now just because I've got the 6th already, I've actually set these to calculate for the 6th already. So it's showing me the number of hire vans and our own vans that are in place, number of apprentices, full-time staff, foremen and supervisors that are allocated. If you don't want those particular views in there, you can get rid of them, make it a bit bigger, and then you could obviously just change the scale of these as well to show Monday to Friday. It's entirely up to you what you decide to show. It's all very flexible, and it's all controllable by yourself. Okay, so hopefully that's given you a slightly different view of what the software can do, and giving you a slightly better impression of the way it can be laid out for yourself. Okay, thanks very much.